Uganda's refugee legal framework permits inclusive education for forced migrants. As most of you could be aware, it provides for the rights of majorly refugee children under Section 32, where we emphasize that refugee children should be accorded same treatment as nationals with respect to elementary education. But beyond this elementary education, this is now high school, or what we call secondary and tertiary. Refugee students are equally accorded same treatment as nationals with respect to access, and as well as even in terms of tuition or fees paid to these institutions. As Prime Minister, Department of Refugees, we've engaged all both private and public universities to permit refugees to pay at the same level of tuition just as nationals, because foreigners usually pay slightly over and above what our nationals pay. And we thought it would be good that considering the circumstances these refugees are usually in, they should be able to be treated as nationals. So we are so grateful to not only the public institutions but also private institutions who have allowed refugees to not pay school fees as foreigners but to pay at the rate of nationals. And this applies also to high school across board. This notwithstanding, however, enrollment numbers of forced migrants in secondary and tertiary institutions remains low, with so many dropping out after elementary education. I think my colleague and friend Devota mentioned this with even some statistics which have been provided by, I think, under UNHCR. But this is an area we can even further do research to really understand why. Because we have so many in primary education, but when it comes to secondary, so many more than half drop out. So we could really try to study to see why we are having this, despite even the government's intervention to see that these refugees are just paying school fees like the nationals. There are, of course, several efforts to support refugee students obtain study scholarships through various partners, both national and international, and both within and outside Uganda. A mention of MasterCard Foundation has been said, other donors through Window International and other education partners have provided a number of scholarships, both at post-primary level and also at university level within Uganda, and also increasingly we are getting refugees being sponsored to go for studies out of Uganda. But this remains really a drop in an ocean, and not so many are able to benefit from this. So in line with the SDG 4, Uganda continues to appeal to international community to support our good refugee policy that ensures inclusive and equitable quality education, which promotes lifelong learning for all. Because for us, we think when refugees are here, they are just our brothers and sisters, and the best we can offer, especially for the young ones, the youth, and even the willing adult, is to give this permanent empowerment of education. So there are so many lessons to learn from Uganda in this specific aspect, and I once again want to applaud the Refugee Law Project for choosing this theme that I'm very sure will spur a very good debate and discussions that will help in further improving and strengthening the same here in Uganda, in our region, and even beyond. distinguished participants, I thank you once again. And for those who have come from outside Uganda, we welcome you dearly once again. Please enjoy the country, and I wish you all fruitful deliberations for God and my country.